Hi, welcome back to the second episode of Crafting with the Playground Posse. We're going to continue what we were doing last week and, well, 2 weeks ago, and do a little crafting with y'all and talk about some of our favorite things and share what we are working on. If you missed the first video, I just want to give you a little introduction. We are the Playground Posse, and we have been friends for a really long time, longer than some of our kids are old. And we have come together because of crafting. We've come together because of scrapbooking, but we do a lot of other things too. So if you're interested in crafting, in scrapbooking, in vinyl cutting, in embroidery, sewing, cross stitch, crochet, knitting, quilling, card making,
jewelry,
yep, jewelry. See, we do a lot of stuff because crafting makes people happy.
Yes.
It definitely makes me happy. So I just wanted to give you a little background. If you missed our first one, you just wondered why am I watching these crazy women and what do I want to do with them? You want to hang with us because we're fun. We craft. And we have been hanging out together here on Zoom ever since this pandemic started, taking our in-person crafting that we did monthly, and now we do it weekly. So we just wanted to share the joy that we have for crafting and for our friendship and share it with everybody. So if you don't have a group to craft with, we want you to come and just hang out and craft with us. So that being said, don't forget to like, subscribe,
ring the bell,
comment if you'd like.
Comment.
Yes, comment. Let us know what you liked. What do you want to see more of? If if there's something that we have, yes, like Doreen says, click. So if there's anything that we show you that you want to know more about, like what did we use, what do we make it with, how do you find where to get more information, we would love to help you out and continue spreading the joy of crafting, because I think that that's what keeps us sometimes sane in all the other crazy stuff that's going on. I have a term for it. I call it procrastination. I procrastinate because sometimes that's the thing that keeps me from wanting to, go crazy on people. So we're just going to start off with a few little life updates, and then we're going to get into some really cool finished objects and talk about things we're working on now. And of course, because everybody likes to shop, and sometimes even if you can't go out and shop, it's fun to see what else someone else is shopping for. So we're going to share some of our haul.
That's
and
right.
Then we've got some tips on organization coming up. We're going to talk some more about YouTube, some of our favorite YouTubers, and possibly some books too. And we got a lot of stuff planned for tonight, so hang with us and let's go. And I'm just going to go around and let everybody reintroduce themselves one more time and share just a brief life update. So I'm going to pass it over to Doreen.
Anyway, I'm Dor, and I love to scrapbook, card make, I quilt, sew,
Ooh, cool.
I crochet on and off, not too much, but my love is scrapbooking and making freaking masks. Anyway, I do sell creative memories, so my information is down below. And one of these episodes, I will show you some cool borders that you can make with some creative memory products. So that's me. Next.
All right, Rebecca, how's it going this week?
Hello, everybody. I'm Rebecca. I have a long history of crafting, starting with scrapbooking, which is how I know all these people. I kind of stopped doing that, and I'm not exactly sure why. I just sort of morphed into other things. So now I primarily cross stitch and make jewelry, and I'll show you all a little bit of that tonight. And also, yep, I made Doreen's necklace a long time ago.
Pretty.
And I also have started sewing again, which nobody is more surprised about that than I am.
I heartily enable you.
That's right.
All right, Kathy, what's up?
Hi, I'm Kathy, and I've had a pretty quiet week. I'm the scrapbooker. I don't do as many million other things as all my smart friends do. I do a little needlepoint, I make a little jewelry, but mostly I scrapbook. And I'm just glad to be part of the gang.
All right,
We're glad to have you.
Lisa, how's
Hey,
it
I'm
going?
Crafty Lisa. Hi. I have an Etsy shop that's called Crafty Lisa, so that's what I'm talking about. I do mostly knitting, crochet, and card making with a little scrapbooking on the side. And I'll show you a little bit of my crochet going on later. I've been busy this week. I actually got one of our friends went into my Etsy shop and over ordered, and so I've been making a lot of scarves this week to fill her order. So I haven't had.
Who is that? Who did that?
Mary Beth.
Mary Beth.
So I didn't have a lot of time to do much of anything else because I was making scarves for Mary Beth this week.
So good. That's great.
Great
I
news.
over ordered from her too. I'll show that in my haul, but I only
Right.
over ordered one thing.
Right.
So I'll just give my quick update. I'm Sandi. I teach middle school. We're all online, so I feel like I just YouTube all day. It's insane. I worked between the first teacher work week and then the first 2 weeks of all online classes. I logged 10 minutes shy of 200 hours of work time.
Woo.
And I still have done a fair amount of crafting because sleeping is overrated and crafting keeps me from wanting to kill people.
Yep.
I have to do that little bit of procrastination, the creativity, and thank goodness for that, because I've noticed that is the one thing that can just really take my stress level down.
And it's also cheaper than going to the psychiatrist.
That's right.
That is true.
It depends
Although I wish
Well, you gotta
my
spend that
health
money.
insurance would cover a trip to the quilting store.
Well,
Really?
you could spend that money on craft supplies.
That's right.
Well, the FSA card doesn't work there either, so oh well. So anyway, we are going to start off with some finished objects, and I'll tell you what, I'm gonna go first on this one only because, do y'all like my shirt?
Hearing it.
Yes.
Now, I showed this as a finished object 2 weeks ago. It needed one thing,
A
and
button.
that was this nice little snap in the back. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I finally spent the 5 minutes it takes to hammer the snap on so that I can wear it. But I also had a whip from last time. This lovely dress.
That's nice.
It is
Yeah.
really pretty, Sandy.
And you know what I really love about it? It's really cool and comfortable, and I wore it to work,
Good.
meaning to right here. But no, I still try to dress professional. That's kind of an expectation when
Top up.
it's not a jeans day. But I have two other fully finished objects, but I'm going to save those when we talk about organization, because they are organization items that I actually made for my daughter for her like school space in her room. So I'm actually really excited about those because I want to like duplicate some of those, and I will share them when we get to our Crafty Lisa question.
Okay.
So let's see here. I know that Rebecca has some FFOs. So Rebecca,
I
what
do.
you got?
So I was busy last Sunday making sure that I would have something to show this week. And I actually have several things. And let me show this first, because one of the good news things that's happening in my life is I'm going to see Mary tomorrow.
Yeah.
Mary's one of our friends, and Mary and I decided we were going to get together socially distanced, but we sometimes crochet together and craft together, and we haven't done that in a really, really long time. So I made a present for Mary, and since she's not here tonight, I'm going to show you what it is because she won't see it until tomorrow. So I've been making these
Project.
Oh,
Project bags.
Oh.
Oh, that's
project
cute.
bags.
I love it.
And you know, Mary loves rainbows.
Yes, she
Yeah.
does.
So I picked out the fabric just for her. And here's so she's got 2 sizes.
A little
Yay.
charm on there.
Yeah, they're sons. So I try to pick, I don't know
Ooh,
if I
that's
can
great.
show it. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter. But yeah, I'm excited about giving them to her, and I think she'll like it. I
She'll love them.
love making these project bags.
Mhm.
And Sandy, I would say you posted something on Facebook this week about Rebecca Page, which is you liked something, which is a pattern company, and that caused it to be on my Facebook page.
Uh-huh.
And I have actually bought one of her patterns to try to, I don't know what it is
Cool.
about bags, but I like making them.
Oh, bags are so much fun.
Yeah.
I like bags because you don't have to worry about how they're going to fit.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
unless
yeah.
you're making it for a specific item, but you know, most of the time it's not.
One size fits all.
Yeah, it's not a fit issue. You can play with embellishments and I don't know,
Yeah.
fun.
So those are for Mary. I'm going to give them to her tomorrow.
Yay.
Then this. Oh, I hope I can get the lighting.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that looks good. That looks good.
Aw.
Welcome to the Hive.
that's
Welcome
pretty.
to the Hive. So this is
Yep.
an Annie Beez folk art pattern, and I stitched it on here. Now I'm covering myself up. 32 count vintage country mocha fabric, and it's a mix of Gentle Arts, Weeks Dye Works, and Classic Colorworks floss. And then this part, this little pom-pom thing, I actually ended up, I had tried to glue it on and that didn't work very well, and so I ended up having to hand sew it on. But it's by Dames of the Needle, and it's hand dyed pom-pom.
Wow.
Mm.
So it's
Wow.
Cool.
I think that comes pretty true to color.
Yeah,
Do
that
you
looks
have Susie
Yeah.
and I
oh,
that you could stitch on 32 count?
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah,
But when it's
Right.
doubled, that's like 16 count.
yeah.
So that's not too bad.
Yeah,
Oh.
so that is done. I'm really happy about that. I love making these little smalls. And then the second one I finished
Oh,
Oh.
this one.
Oh, that's pretty.
love the ribbon.
Yeah, so this is from the Just Cross Stitch magazine from 2012. I think it's called Spells, and it's on that funny 14 count salmon
Okay.
Yeah, that you used for the other one.
fabric, so I'm using it up, which is really good because it probably isn't what if I had been able to purchase it in person, I probably wouldn't have purchased it. It's with DMC, and then it's backed with
Cute.
this, and it has a little bat,
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
a little bat charm on it. And I did stuff both of them. I think I told y'all last week that I went looking for the ground English walnut shells,
Mhm.
which are actually, I think, like litter that reptiles have in their cages because you get it at the pet store. But it does work really well for these little pillows. It works
You do
better.
you, boo.
It works better than
It
the.
won't smell.
It doesn't smell. No
Yeah.
smell. It works better than the fiber fill. It gives them a little more solid.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I was productive last week, and I really like what I made.
Awesome.
Good.
Okay, let's see here. Kathy, I think you had some FFOs?
I do. I have a couple of layouts that I did. I'm still working on my Italy trip, and I have to go to a screenshot, which Rebecca and I tried out earlier.
Cool.
So let me share those. Okay. Here's the first one. Can you see it?
Kathy, you did that so well. Excellent.
Okay.
Good
So
job.
there it is. That was a 2-pager. That's basic gray paper that I dragged out. This was from the first night dinner that we had, which is welcome.
Wow.
And that first photo under welcome is a big glob of peonies that smelled so delicious. And then our hostess, Carolyn, and our long, beautiful table and our menu is on that one. And then pretty much everything on there is basic gray. There's a couple of, even the letters are basic gray. There's some pearls on there. that are just mixed in with the hearts and stuff.
Beautiful.
And then I've got one more. Let's see where it is.
Can't go wrong with basic gray.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's working really good for the Italy stuff because it's so. There's the other one. Can you see it yet?
No,
Okay, I
gotta
your
share
screen.
again. Hold on. Here we go. Ta-da! Okay, that was my room,
Ooh.
which was really cool.
Oh,
And that blue paper down the middle
yeah.
is from a paper marbling class that we took that week. I made
cool.
that.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
beautiful.
So that's the paper that I made, a strip of the paper that I made. I've got a sheet of it, and it's really cool. There's like this oil almost in a pan, and you put these squirt drops of paint, and then there's like a comb, and there's like swirlies, and you drag the comb through it, and you lay the paper on top, and then you pick it up, and you have this fabulousness.
Yeah.
Mm.
Nice.
Pretty.
Nice.
Kathy, I love that you incorporated that into the scrapbook
Yeah,
page.
Yeah, I'm going to use a couple more pieces of it other places, but that was my room in the villa.
That's perfect for
because
that.
Yeah.
it has the blue of the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And my room was blue too. I don't know
Yeah.
if you can see on the canopies, and the headboards are also blue stripe.
Yeah, it picked it up really well and kind of highlighted that in your photos, which
Yeah, thank you.
Kathy, and that worked great, taking the photos of your pages.
It did. And now I know how to share them.
Technology. All right.
And I also love that you told the story. Not only did you talk about how you made the pages, but you told the story behind the page, which was great.
Thank you.
I think that's one of the things that just makes it so cool when you make things and it has that little extra touch of memory and significance, and you just associate things, or even when you just I don't know, like sometimes things will just come up, and it may not have to do with like when I'm making the project, whatever it is, but like it somehow reminds me of something that's important. And
Yep.
I don't know, but it maybe I'm like not making a ton of sense right now.
Well done, Kathy.
Yeah.
Thanks. Well, our listeners don't know, I was supposed to go on this women's creative retreat again this past June, and it was canceled because of this. So I'm reliving my 2-year ago trip.
Yeah.
By working on my scrapbook, hoping that I'll get to go on the rescheduled date, which is next June.
Next year. Yeah.
Well, and that's another great thing about crafting right now is it does give you that sense of something that is fulfilling and meaningful and has those connections to the things that maybe we can't do just right now. But
What are you looking for?
you can have those, you can have that positive moment there, and
It's not there.
it's it's just a thing. All right. So
Other
do we have any other
No.
FFOs?
No.
Okay. In that case, let it whip. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm corny. I was told this week by my
Excuse me, I'll
students
be
that I
right
have
back.
dad jokes, and I was like, no, I have mom jokes, and they're worse.
They're much better than dad jokes.
That's right.
Yes, and by worse, I mean,
Well, that's the only one.
much better. But, I got to bring the pain sometimes, so bear with me.
What's going
All
on
right.
in the cave, Kathy?
So,
Can't find
Lisa,
some.
what you got? What you whipping this week?
So like I said, I spent most of my week making stuff for other people. So I'm making something, well, it's still probably for other people, but it's something I really wanted to work on. I got this yarn. It's unforgettable yarn, and it's
Ooh, that's
this
pretty.
beautiful color. It's blues and greens, and I was just like, salivating about it. And I wanted to find a pattern that I would kind of get some stripes because of the way the color changes on it. And I found this great pattern. I kind of put it on some paper to maybe highlight it a little bit, but I found this great shell pattern.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh, that is beautiful.
So it's going to be a scarf.
Mhm.
So this is the bottom of the scarf. But I just thought that this pattern really highlighted the colors and how they change. I actually went to the Red Heart website, to the yarn inspirations is what it's called, and I looked up this yarn because I was like, it's so beautiful, but what could I do with it? And so I looked up a pattern for that, and it was this pattern, and it was actually, this is the third iteration of this pattern, because the first one, if you can see, there's 5 shells there. The first one had 6. The original pattern had 6, and I made several rows of that, and I felt like it was too wide, you know, for something that I would make, you know, 6 was too wide. So then I had to go back and count all the stitches and figure out how to take a shell out, and then I went back and redid it. And I did try it with just plain stripes, just going back and forth, and I lost all the personality of it, lost all the beauty of it. I was like, nope, rip. So this is the third one, and I'm so happy with it. And it's a quick, easy pattern. So I'm very excited to be working on this, and hopefully soon I'll be showing you some progress and showing you a finished shell scarf.
Yay.
What size crochet hook are you using?
H.
Pretty.
H, and the pattern may have even had a different number. I think it might have said I, but I just kind of look at patterns for kind of a jumping off point, and then I make it work for how I want it to work. So, yeah. So I cut off a shell and I changed my hook size. But, you know, inspiration is what gets you going, and then your creativity is what gets you there.
So it makes you a happy hooker?
Yes, I'm a happy hooker, always.
I told you I have bad jokes. Okay. It has been a really long time since I crocheted, and I forgot like how the hooks were all labeled. So is it like bra sizes? Like, is the A the smallest hook?
Yes.
Okay, I can relate to that.
Yes.
It is. It's just, you know, I'm trying to assimilate the information. I have some crochet stuff pinned on Pinterest, but I'm trying not to just drown in crafts, because
Just what you need, another hobby.
I do have some crochet things I've made. I have an Afghan somewhere in like a closet that I made, and it was actually very pretty. I made it like 20 years ago, but it's, you know, it's kind of hidden there. It's hard because I teach from this room, and I just have like some of this blocked off by my teaching setup, and I have like a letter board and everything, but still to be able to sit in my craft room essentially as my home office and not touch this stuff all day. I mean, and I barely have a chance to get up and go to the bathroom, just like real school. Yeah. So it's a special level of torture, and sometimes I just like to think about the craft stuff.
You need a job like Michelle's, where you can be on video conferences with your video cut off and sit and scrapbook while you talk.
That's right.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm on camera all the time. Like, I'm on camera so much, I bought makeup, and I haven't bought makeup in forever, because just the way I have to set up, because I'm running like 3 screens. I feel like some kind of air traffic controller, and just it's crazy. But I just got tired of. It was like, no, I need a little help here.
Little pizzazz.
I need a little pizzazz, and plus, buying makeup is kind of like buying craft supplies. Like, I went in because I just wanted like not even foundation, but like just like a light, slightly, you know, just even out all the sun and whatnot. But then I go in there and I find these neat little palettes. And
you like the colors.
She's painting on her face.
I like the pretty colors. Like the Revolution line, they have all of these cute little like donuts and things that have like eyeshadow in them, and they're so pretty. And then the packaging is cute too, because we all know if the packaging is cute,
buy it.
Yep. That's also going to get to us here. So what you whipping tonight, Rebecca?
Oh, me, it's my turn. So I have a new start. Just what I need is a new start. The person who's trying to like finish up things, right? So I made a blanket, though I showed it to you before we ever started YouTube for my daughter. And Maggie's birthday is actually coming up this week, and I'm going to give it to her for her birthday. And my son, Jack, was saying, you need to make a blanket for me. So I started one. His birthday's in November. And it's with
Wow.
Whoa.
Oh.
this has got to be the biggest yarn ball I have ever seen in my life.
And the way you were holding it there, it just kind of.
Sit on that.
Wow.
What size crochet needle does that take?
This one is the size of my head, and this
Yeah.
one. So these are Bernat blanket yarn, and I got them both at Joann's. Anyways, they're really big yarn, and I started this
wow.
crochet blanket. I've got what, 8
Wow.
rows in.
Oh, wow. That's
Now.
nice.
That's really neat.
Whoa.
And it's got these, so this
Definition.
uses, Sandy, for you, this uses a P hook. So you can
Dang.
imagine if you start with A and you go all the way to P.
I gotcha.
That's
That
pretty
makes
big.
big balls there.
That's pretty big. You're an A hook. I love that. Doreen is an A hook. All right. So anyways, this is going to be striped with the variegated and then the navy. And these, it's
Yeah.
interesting. These are baubles that you make when you crochet. And what I would say about this is I really like how it's coming out, and Jack really likes the baubles, but it also hurts my hand a little bit because I'm finding that when I work on this navy blue pattern, my hands ache. And I think it's because the yarn is so thick and it's a little hard to pull through.
I was going to say, it looks like maybe it would be, because whenever you're working on something by hand, you've got some holding and manipulating, and that looks like it would be really big.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking about, you all can tell me, what I'm thinking about is, the next row will be the variegated, but I'm thinking about the next navy blue row of just doing the double crochet and then only doing these baubles maybe every other navy blue row. Do you think that would look okay?
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as it has
Yeah.
some symmetry, has like a recognizable pattern.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
Sometimes you gotta just
pattern.
switch it
I'm all
up.
about that.
Yeah, so I mean, if it's hurting my hands, and even he said, Mom, if it's hurting your hands, don't make it. But now that I've started it, I can't stand the thought of taking it out. So
Oh,
I
it's
think I'll
beautiful.
try
Don't
that
take it
and
out.
see how I like it.
Yeah.
But I
Even
like
if
your
that was
idea
like
to
just at the
use a
top and the
solid
bottom.
blue.
Yeah,
What-
you could do it all around the edges.
Yeah, the pattern actually calls for a navy blue border when it's done. I'll go all the way around.
Yeah.
So his birthday's in November. I have a couple months to finish it. Dor, what were you saying? I missed it.
Because I like your idea of using the solid blue after the variegated instead of the thicker yarn. Because if you use the thicker yarn, it sandwiches that middle row and you can't see it.
Yeah, that's what I think too. I said, so all right, so good. You confirmed my thinking about that. Plus, I think the baubles will make it really heavy because it's already such thick yarn.
Yeah.
So if you want the yarn, you can use your 40% off coupon at Joann's. That big ball of yarn is like $36 or something, but I had a 40% off coupon, so it wasn't too bad.
Cool.
If you're making a blanket, I mean, you usually have to buy like 6 or 8 or 10 or 12 skeins to get a blanket. So
That's true.
Right.
That's
get
true.
one that's like 36. That's probably like, all the other one, 10 of the other ones all combined.
Yeah. And it's advertised to be able to make a full blanket with just that big, huge ball.
So since you're adding the other in with it, you can get a slightly bigger one.
I hope so.
Nice.
We'll see how it goes.
Cool.
All right. So I have, so for my whip, and the last time we YouTubed, I was just starting on my current cross stitch project. That was going to be a mandala kitty cat from Awesome Pattern Studio. I'm going to take off the bottom of the frame, and it didn't look like much, but now,
Oh, it looks like a kitty.
and I have everything from the chin down completely finished.
Wow,
And
look at that, Sandy. That's amazing.
I'm working on the face. My goal is to finish this like this weekend. I was thinking I could maybe get it finished today, and that turned out to be a rather ambitious goal because of, well, I'll show you the project that sidetracked me, because procrastination. But honestly, there was one night this week I finished creating some lesson plans and some big stuff for my teaching about 11 o'clock at night. And instead of going upstairs and going to bed, went in the living room, turned on Hulu, whipped out this bad boy.
Crafting, yeah.
And I did this for about an hour. And in fact, I had at that point gotten finished up with like kind of the butt of the cat. And I was able to like move the frame and just distract myself. And it was very satisfying. It was definitely very satisfying. Cool. All right. So let's move on to haul.
Haul.
Doreen is going to give us the haul. What you got?
Report.
Can't wait to see.
Yes.
Don't tell my husband.
Don't tell Tom.
I got
What is that?
Color
handheld printer.
Neat.
I bought it on HSN when it first came out. It's called.
Now, what kind of printer is that? Is that like a 3D printer?
It's a handheld printer, and you download the app on your phone. You go through menus. You pick out flowers. You could put a photo on there. Fonts. You have all kinds of fonts, so you could write anything you want. And then you connect. You disconnect your Wi-Fi and you connect to the printer via your phone. And when you're ready to print, you just said, tap on the little phone icon, and then you take your printer and you wipe it on the page.
Oh, wow.
You wipe it on the page?
Yep. So you just swipe it.
So it's a different kind of like swipe left. Or
Yeah.
swipe right.
Doreen, that is fabulous.
That's
awesome.
Cool.
Oh God, if Linda sees that.
Ooh.
Well, on HSN, they always have it when they premiere it for a very, very low price. But unfortunately, if you miss that, then you pay extra. But
are you going to tell us how much you paid for it?
$300, but it was so worth it. I had to give up shoes for 2 months.
Yeah.
So, Dor, tell us what that's called again. I'll link it below in the description. Color Create.
It looks like
it's made by WeRMemory Keepers.
Oh,
I like their stuff. They have some good craft innovations.
Color.
And the cartridge that you use in here is an ink cartridge, just like you would use in your printers, just a little bit smaller. But I mean, it has all kinds of lights. So when you do something different, the lights change colors and this and that. It's like being in the 60s again. It's so awesome.
I thought I was being fancy by having a mouse that changes colors, but no, you win.
Gosh.
Doreen now has a psychedelic drug trip happening in her craft room.
Come on over. Party started here. But yep, again, everybody.
Is it Woodstock?
Like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Woo!
Doreen, that is just perfect.
That's awesome.
And I'm jealous. I mean, that kind of thing could actually take me back to scrapbooking.
I've made a lot of cards with this already, personalized cards, and it does print big as well, like you see here. But I've been using it for titles on my scrapbook pages.
Oh, good.
Whoa! Throw away the freaking stickers. Come on, it's crooked. Here.
What if you swipe and it's crooked?
It actually doesn't come out crooked because on the bottom, I don't know if you could see it, there's little rollers.
Okay.
So it keeps you from swaying. So
okay.
And it beeps when it's done, so then you can lift it off.
So you're saying
Wow.
though, as long as you're like not drinking too much wine or something, you know.
As long as I have my hearing aids in, then I can hear what the hell is going on.
Yeah.
You know, I was just thinking that earlier. One of my favorite things about craft shopping now is e-receipts, because e-receipts don't leave little tattletale marks around. You know, like I'll take like plastic bags from somewhere, and then we recycle those for use with like the cat litter, or, you know, whatever. And sometimes if people are, you know, leaving receipts in there, it might get pulled out.
Uh-oh.
No bueno.
Uh-oh. Can't have that.
No. But it's better for the environment. So
That's right.
email
it is.
that.
I love it.
That's right.
Hey,
Um,
Dor, I'll look forward to seeing some of your stuff that you're making with it.
It's amazing. Ladies, I recommend that you get your own credit card account because so your husband won't see that.
Honey, I did that years
just be in
ago.
charge of the money. Just be in charge
That's
of the
Tori's
Italian.
crafting tip this week. Okay.
There'll
I
be
got
the
married, I
secret.
didn't change anything.
We'll have to do the secret code for how to hide your haul, because okay.
That'll be another video.
So
Okay.
I have some haul, and the first items. Well, there are two, but I got them from the same place. I got them from Crafty Lisa, and I have to show this. So these are cat toys that she makes. They have these cute little like kind of tassel bottoms, and they're curly. This really pretty one. This was Sea Breeze.
Mhm.
And I bought this one so that we could keep it in my daughter's room. She loves everything like these colors, because the cat that is most likely to want to chew on everything, even my sewing scissors last night. Tina. Oh, Tina's a mess. But Tina loved this. And then I had to have, because I do love everything like rainbow and colorful. And I was like, that's so pretty. And then, so this one, I've been hanging it on this pantry door that's in a very accessible spot, so that, you know, just if we're busy and she comes over and she starts randomly swatting and chewing, she's entertained. And our cat Cookie also was very interested. Our other cat Honey, but Honey's kind of got a laziness issue, so yeah, whatever. You know, we're just gonna we're just gonna work with that. And the other thing I wanted to share for haul, I got some really cute scrapbook paper, but I got a second one. I haven't used the first one yet, but I got this really cool quilt thing.
Yeah.
I bought the other one, the hexagons.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, what do I want to use my coupon on? And so I answered myself. But then I got this. Okay, check this
Oh,
fabric.
cute.
How cute is that? So I got 2 yards of this. I think I only spent like $8. But I got the last 2 yards at the Carrie Joann's. So if you're going there, sucks for you. Sorry. I've been there. And I think it's going to be like a dress, because that's exactly the kind of thing, you know, like for teaching or just embarrassing my children. And plus the bonus is it would be comfortable and be cute. Oh, and the white parts glow in the dark.
Oh, cool.
The other thing I bought when I was there was a bulletin board, like a plain cork bulletin board. So this is part haul, part finished object. We were supposed to have my daughter's desk delivered today, and unless somebody slipped it on the front porch and we never noticed it, it's not here yet. But I wanted to make her a bulletin board for her room, and this may end up being inspiration color-wise for redoing her room next summer. She's 13. So this is Miss Gracie's new bulletin board.
Nice.
And I actually took pictures step by step while I put it together today, so that I could like make a little tutorial. The bottom part here is like a low kind of a pocket, and it's sewn down, and then the buttons are sewn on. So I figured, like, if she has it by her desk where she's, you know, going to school right now, or even, of course, for studying once we get back to some semblance of normal, you could take, you know, you could take something and put it in the pocket, and if it was particularly tall, you could also slip it under this, and then she'd have it there, like if it was something she needed as a reference. she could clip things onto like the bias strip that I made. And both of the fabrics that I used for this are Tula Pink, which I love Tula Pink. And I could see this, I'll get a little closer.
Oh, that's cute.
It's called Fairy Dust. She likes Tinkerbell, so that kind of, but it's more, you know, going into the teenage girl, and oh heck, this 48-year-old mama likes it too, so whatever. But I could totally see this, and of course, since I already have the matching jelly roll, you know, I might. This was some of the fabric I bought when I saw you a couple weeks ago, Rebecca.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my other haul item.
Good.
So, all right. Okay, I'm just like looking at our list. I think we're up to
Our crafty question?
Yes.
All right. Well, I just like to ask a crafty question. And so this week, I wanted to ask everybody if like one of your best tips for organizing your craft supplies. So I will start with mine, excuse me. And so this is my punch book. See, it says punches on it, but it's my punch book. And what it is, literally, it's 8.5 by 11 paper, cut in half this way. You put a hole punch in the corner, and then you put one of those little cute little rings on it. So you just make it with stuff in your stash. But what I've done is I've gone through and I've punched all of my punches in there. I have it organized by circles. This is my flowers. This is
What a good idea.
flowers. You know, so what I have then, oh, and on the last page I have my edge punches. If you can, here's my edge punches, so you get an idea of what edge punches you have. In case you're like, do I have that, you know, notebook paper edge punch? Yes, you do. So what I do with this is when I am making something and I think, oh, I need to cut something out, or I need to put a punch, or will that fit, or what size will I need? I don't have to drag out all my punches. I just take this and I put it over the paper, and I decide, oh, well, this one, I'll need the 3-inch punch. And what I did also when I was making this is I went through and I measured all of them, and then I wrote next to it what size it was, and then I wrote in Sharpie on my punch 3-inch, 2-inch. So if I go, I need a 2.5-inch circle, that I don't have to sit there and play with all the circles. I go, the one that says 2.5-inch on the top, that's the one I need.
That's amazing.
So,
That is a good idea.
Awesome.
I like that.
It would take me 2 years to do all the punches that I have.
well, you have to, you know, start, like I said, if you do it by category, if you make it, I'm going to punch all my circle punches or whatever. I'm going to do, you know,
That's
slowly,
awesome.
surely, whatever. And when I got this tip, actually years ago, when I went to a Creative Memories party, and what the host said that I thought was a great tip also is if you have a pack of paper that's like has multiple colors in it or something, and there's a color of paper that you don't like and will never use, this is a great project for that, because you're not going to use it on your layout, but it becomes useful in your scrap room. So that's my organization tip. It helps. It's not how to organize your punches, but it is how to better use your time to find your punches that you need. So that's right.
Work smarter, not harder.
Nope, that's right.
And I've seen someone do that with ink, different pens,
Well,
markers.
you could do it. So you could make a book like this with all your stamps in it. You could make a book like this with all your die cuts in it. You could do it
Exactly.
So just, it's your scrap paper, just cut it 8.5 by 11, cut it in half, punch, pull it on a little hook, and then it becomes a reference guide for all your.
Yay.
I'll see you next year.
Okay. Sorry, that'll take you a while.
Dora
All
can't
right.
participate anymore because she's making little books.
Okay.
I know. She's like, I'm busy. All right. So
The first thing I thought of when I saw Lisa's little book list is like, oh, you could make it like you could Roy G. Biv all the colors and
that's right. Well,
have it like a palette, because
whatever level you want to take it to. So
I'm just saying I can be a little extra, and I know that. So the bulletin board I just shared, that's sort of organization, but I just I made this today. I'll show this.
Oh, how cute.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
really
but you haven't seen the coolest thing it does. So this is from Patterns by Annie. And they have a lot of really neat organizational patterns. And one of the things I like when I want to get organized, it has to be pretty. Like I can't stand, you know, when my husband says stuff like, "Oh, you want a cardboard box to put that in?" I just want to go, "No, I just want to beat you with it," because that's never acceptable. But here's the thing: if I enticingly open the zipper, okay, and notice it's the fairy dust fabric again, embellished with some ribbon.
Yep.
On the inside, there is another Tula Pink fabric. That's the same fabric I used for the accent on the bulletin board, but this is a pencil and pen holder.
Yeah, that's cute.
So you can organize your supplies that way. Even has this little gusset. There is mesh to help hold things in there. There's mesh all around the side, and this is really cute. So you can have it all closed up. And I made this for her because Tina the cat, who likes the cat toys, also likes to chew on like everything else in the world. So this way she will not chew up all of Gracie's pencils. And when she's using them, when she's not using them, she can put it away. When she's using it, this folds down.
Nice. Yep.
And so they all can stand up. So my organizational tip is make it colorful, make it fun, make it fit your decor, and then it's a little easier to stay organized.
Love
That's
it.
right. Make it fun for yourself. All right, who is next? Doreen.
Go ahead, Dor.
Sorry,
No, it's okay.
4R. Anyway, 1 year, 2 years in a row, actually, I made a birthday card for my aunt. I sent her the same birthday card 2 years in a row. I don't get embarrassed. Thank God we didn't FaceTime. I was embarrassed. So what I decided to do was invest in a little recipe card holder. And I made tabs. So there's, can you see it? Birthday,
Baby. Yeah.
I take a picture of every card that I make, and on the back of the picture, I will write who I made the card for, so I won't screw it up again.
That is, I love
This
that.
has been a
Dor.
lifesaver. It's just, I mean, the pictures and on the back, so birthdays especially.
Yeah.
So this is a time saver too, because I have the picture and then I go,
You can make it again.
I'm too lazy to think of something else. So that's my tip.
That's
That's
a good one.
great tip, Dor. That's a great tip for keeping your cards organized.
I like it.
Great tip for not screwing up.
Well, makes you look good. Yeah.
Hey, that's right.
Kathy, you go. Do you have an organization tip?
I kind of do. I grabbed a drawer out of my little iris thing. Okay, so here's the drawer. And you can see in the drawer, there's all these little jars.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to pull a couple of these out. Holly, one of our friends,
Sure.
who
Gals.
was on a Target run, bought me a whole bunch of these little jars. So this jar is all Making Memories epoxy buttons.
Okay.
And then I separated my all of my brads into colors.
Oh.
So like all the orange and all the green and all the red and all the black, they're all in here. So if I need that color, I can just dump them out and pick the ones that I want right out of there.
That's great.
Nice.
I like it that way. It's really,
That is-
they're really fun.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
very nice.
All
be
these
there for
little
10 years.
jars. Yep, so I
Perfect.
have a whole bunch of these little jars.
Awesome.
Love them.
That's a great idea.
And then because they're little glass jars, you can see, oh, there's the green, oh, there's the orange, without having to find them somewhere.
Nice.
Love
Amazing
it.
how many little packages I got rid of by pulling
Yeah.
all those brads apart.
Yep.
That's prettier than like the little, like the pill organizer type.
Yeah,
I mean,
Yes.
those are good, and
yeah, they're good.
but that's pretty.
Yeah,
That is
I like
pretty.
pretty.
I thought so. Thanks.
All right, so I'll go last. So this is my grandmother's knitting bag.
Oh,
And I've had it for many, many years. And when I started cross stitching again during the pandemic, I found it up in my humongous craft closet. And so it's, you know, it's old, but it was my grandmother's. So I love it for that reason. And I use it to organize my fancy floss.
Ooh.
So I didn't know about fancy floss before I started cross stitching again. And my regular floss, my DMC floss, I bobbinate and I put in bags. But this floss, I don't want to take it off the packages. So there's basically 3 brands of fancy floss that I have invested in. Oh my God, I buy more floss. Classic Color Works, this is Gentle Arts, and this is Week Sky Works. And I'd been organizing them by number, by color number, because that's how I organize my DMC floss. But it was really hard to find that way. So this is crazy. But about a week and a half ago, I took them all off the rings and I organized them by name of the color.
Right.
And it's preventing me from buying duplicates because they're much easier to find on the ring. But, you know, I think I could take a bath in these things, y'all. You know, I love
It's
colors and I
lovely.
love fiber and I love all that. I love to pull them out and stroke them and, you know, the whole thing. So that's a little floss tip that I've
That's
learned.
really cool.
Yeah. So I've got
I
3
love
of
that you're
them.
using your grandmother's bag. That's so
Yeah,
cool.
that's very cool.
Yeah,
I
that
love
is-
it. I love
that
it.
is nice. I like that. All right. So one of the last things that we want to talk about, of course, is just sharing a few YouTube and maybe some book suggestions. So just some other things that, you know, while you're anxiously awaiting to see what we do next. And while we're thinking about all that, you know, we're watching YouTube too. So just some YouTubers that you might enjoy. I was thinking of one that is actually somewhat local to us, and that is the Holderness family. They are very creative and very entertaining. They do a lot of song parodies and just kind of vlogging about family life, and especially during the pandemic and everything from parenting and just dealing with all sorts of craziness. There's a lot of like fun, quick, you know, good distraction, easy to watch kind of videos. So that was my little find I was going to share. So who else has a YouTube favorite to share?
Well, Rebecca has 250 of them, so you go next.
Yeah. Yes,
We'll
YouTube
slowly
queen.
every week share one with you.
So do you want me to go?
Sure, go ahead.
Go,
Well, we've
Rebecca.
nominated you, Rebecca.
So I subscribe to 170 YouTube channels.
Oh, okay, I exaggerated.
Because TV holds no interest for me at all any longer, and I sort of discovered YouTube during the pandemic, and I really do enjoy it. So I have a lot of favorites. There are basically 4 that I watch, make sure that I watch every week. Last week I talked about Niecy Lynn, who is a hoot. This time I'm going to talk just for a minute about Teresa Kogut. So Teresa Kogut is an artist. She's been an artist for 25 years. And she actually, for a lot of years, you've probably seen her things. I should have brought something of hers. Maybe I'll do that next time. She's an acrylic artist, and she has licensed her things for years and years and years and years. So you've probably little figurines and plates and fabric. Actually, she licensed to fabric for many years. And she's backed away from that a little bit, and now she's makes needle punch. Has anybody ever done that needle punch?
yes.
I want to learn how to do that. Those things are beautiful.
So much fun.
Is it?
Easy.
Oh, I'll have to get you when we're live and in person, you to show me how to do it. But she makes needle punch patterns and cross stitch patterns. And she has a weekly YouTube where she talks about her life, but mostly she talks about her art. And I love that. You know, I'm more of a crafter. She's definitely an artist, but I love hearing about her life, and I love seeing what she's making and what she's painting. In particular, it's folk art kinds of things. So she's one that I would definitely recommend.
Awesome. Okay, I'll go.
Okay.
So here's a YouTuber that I discovered. Well, I didn't discover her by accident, but the first video that I ever watched of her, the description was a little bit misleading. And I watched the video, and it was something other than what, I thought it was going to be, but I love her anyway. So the YouTuber's name, the name of the YouTube channel is called Mom the eBayer. And the description of the first video that I ever watched said, a Chicago mom turns trash to treasure on eBay. And so we're kind of moving in the direction of selling our house, and have started maybe pulling out a cabinet or a closet and just have all this crap. And so I thought, oh, well, we need to get rid of this. It'd be great to sell it. We can't really do yard sales right now. So I thought, hey, I'll get some eBay tips. That'll be great. I'll, watch this. So, but what it turns out is it is a mom who lives in Chicago. What she does though, is she does dumpster diving. She goes around to like nice neighborhoods, and she goes to like retail dumpsters, and she doesn't get in she has a grabber thing that she does. And she is so cute and so funny and very perky. But she mostly it's her going around in her car and trying to shove all the stuff in this like little 4-door sedan that she drives. And then at the end she kind of splays everything out, like she gets home, it's like in her driveway. And then every once in a while she'll do something where she picks something up and you see she kind of fixes it up, or she spray paints it, or she makes it nicer because she's going to sell it. But usually what she does is she'll get it for one of 3 reasons. She'll say, because she has 5 kids, she's married and has 5 kids, so she's like, this is something that me or my family could use, and then this is something I could sell on eBay. And then the other thing is usually mostly clothes, but she gets items for a local women's shelter that she works with.
Oh, that's
so
nice.
it's really cool. And she always starts the video, she's like, good morning, and she has a very like wild personality, which I can totally relate to. And then she always says, let's get ready for our dumpster diving adventure. I love her.
Love it. You're enabling me.
That's right. Are you going to go to dumpster
There's
diving?
118 or 180.
No.
Yep.
All right. Do we have anything else to share? Any other YouTubers or any other books or?
I'll show you a book. I'm not going to bed tonight until I finish this.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
This is it says
The
The
Forever
Forever
Summer.
Summer
Yep.
by Jamie Brenner.
Oh, I like her.
It's kind of a beach book, but as you can tell by the cover.
Yeah.
But it takes place at the beach. But every time I think I know what direction it's going, something else happens to somebody else. And then, so I tried to finish it last night, and I got down to the last 55 pages and I couldn't see straight anymore. So I had to put it up, but I'm not going to bed tonight until it's done.
Love it.
But I would recommend it. It's pretty good. It's cute and it's light and yeah.
I do that sometimes with crochet, Kathy.
Yeah.
When I just can't make it down, then I got to put it down. So
Yeah.
I feel you.
Unfortunately.
What do you got, Dor?
I really don't have anything, but I will tell you my favorite author is Diane
Chamberlain.
And she's local to Raleigh and Topsail Beach. Fantastic. She'll blow you away.
Yeah, she is really, really
27
good.
books. She writes a new one every 9 months. And then in the North Carolina area, she'll do a book signing. Highly recommend her.
Awesome.
Fabulous.
Yeah, I
Awesome.
think we've all read some of her books.
Ah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She's my girl.
That's cool. Well, you know what? It's getting about that time. We're going to wrap some things up, and we hope to see you again the next time. So make sure you are subscribed, like us, share us with your friends. You can hang out and, you know, craft. You could share the Zoom and craft right along with us. So we're going to let Doreen close us out tonight, and happy crafting to everyone. So Doreen, take it away.
Do one thing every day that scares you. This was written by Eleanor Roosevelt, and I live it every day. It's on my blog. It's on my signature lines in all of my emails. I have 20 of them. Don't ask. Take that food for thought.
And you know what? You can apply that to your crafting. Try something new. Try something different, even if you think, well, it might not work, because that is the awesome thing about crafting. You get to decide what works and what doesn't. So if it's a little bit scary, it's a little bit of a new adventure, then go on that adventure and come on back and have some more craft adventures and conversation and fun with your favorite Playground Posse members. And if you're missing our 6th member from last week, hopefully we'll see her back in a couple of weeks. So shout out to
Never
Kelly.
know who's going to show up on the channel.
Time for one.
Bye.
Bye.